What's up guys, welcome to another video. From our last showcase until now we managed to get a lot of new equipment. We also transitioned into instacking, which gave us a lot more damage, a lot more tankiness and the option to switch between Energy Blade and playing Ephemeral-esque Dutch Blade. We probably spent about 1.5 mirrors in total now. We are either using Ephemeral Edge Dusk Blades or we are using a one-handed sword with an abyssal socket. As you can tell, we gained a lot of upgrades from the last video. We have a new helmet, we have a new necklace, which is pretty good. It's not a simplex, but simplex currently are insanely expensive. That's why we are going with a pretty decent instacking amulet. We have a pretty nice energy shield, titanium spirit shield with recover 5% energy shield when you block, which gives us a lot of tankiness. We are using Calandra's touch and we are using a helical ring, which gives us insane amounts of stats and energy shield and helps us to cap our resistances. For the boots we are just going with some int, energy shield and some res to cap us. For the gloves we are also using intelligence, energy shield, attack speed, damage while leeching, and for our influences we are using 3% increased damage per 100 intelligence since we are instacking, and non-vial strike skills target 2 additional nearby enemies. For the flask we still can choose between Wine of the Prophet and our prismatic tincture. The other flask help us to cap our resistances and get us to 90%. We are also using Quicksilver Flask and Silver Flask now. This means our movement speed is insanely good inside of maps. With our Merc still providing haste, we have an insane amount of attack speed. Our movement speed is incredibly high. We are pretty much zooming through the maps. If you don't need as much tankiness, you can just switch to Energy Blade. We are currently on 25,000 energy shield, which is a lot. If we are going to switch to Energy Blade, we are going down to 40,000, which is still plenty, and our damage just increases by a lot. We managed to cap our resistances to 90% due to Mending Flesh. Our block chance from attack damage and spell damage decreased quite a bit. We are still on 100% suppression chance. And we changed from armor to evasion. We are immune to all ailments, we are stun avoidant, and our movement speed and attack speed increased quite a lot. As you can see in the POB, our damage increased quite a lot. This damage is calculated without Energy Blade. We are capped on 90% all resistance, we have a lot of evasion rating, spell suppress chance still 100%, our effective hit pool is over 1 million at the moment. Reminder, without Energy Blade. The POB will be in the description below, so you can copy the exact skill tree. For gems, we also switched quite a lot of gems and some of them are quite expensive. We are using the Emperor's Mastery Prismatic Jewel with maximum attributes roll. We are also using new clusters. The important stats on the clusters is increased effect and maximum energy shield and intelligence. The attack speed is just something on top. You don't need it. For the other gems within this wheel, we use 2 split personalities with int and max energy shield. We are using the Light of Meaning. This time we are using 3% increased energy shield. Those are insanely expensive at the moment. We are at 125 plus divines. For the next large cluster wheel, we are using Blood Scent, Feudified and Martial Prowess. Because we are not using Gain Rage on hit on the gloves, we are using Blood Scent, which will give us 2 rage on hit with axes or swords. And since we are using the Ephemeral Edge Dusk Blade or we are using a sword with Energy Blade, this is perfect for us. We are using a Watcher's Eye Prismatic Jewel. This is with chance to block spell damage while affected by discipline. Other modifiers are not really important. Since we are not using Grace anymore, we don't need the modifier with a suppressed spell chance. As another jewel, we are using Bound by Destiny. with increased intelligence if 2 Crusader items are equipped. And with this one, we could actually try to push 6 Shaper items to push 2% all max elemental resistances. Currently, we are using 3 Crusader items, and 2 of them are Shaper as well. We are using another large cluster, which is the same as the first one, with 12% increased lightning damage. Here we also have increased effect, maximum energy shield, and sadly only all attributes instead of intelligence, which is slightly worse, but still it's very fine. For the last large cluster, we are using increased attack damage while holding a shield, Feat of Fury, Martial Prowess, and Veteran Defender. And here we have our Melding Flash Cobalt Jewel to cap all of our resistances to 90%. And for our normal Cobalt Jewels, we are using maximum energy shield, attack speed while holding a shield, and 2% maximum lightning resistances. The fourth modifier is pretty much not needed. If you get a good one, it's fine. Otherwise, just go with the free ones. We are also using 1 Cobalt Jewel with Corrupted Blood cannot be inflicted on you, all attributes, and maximum energy shield. The last tool we are using is the Impossible Escape. With passives and radius of Runebinder can be allocated. Runebinder is just over here. We are picking Sovereignty and we are picking Safeguard. Also, we currently are skilled for the Abyss Thread with our Caster Mastery to open all the hoards and chests. As you probably saw, we are currently in-stacking. We have 1815 int, which is not a lot to be honest. We could easily get over 2k int, but at the current moment we have enough damage, we have enough tankiness for literally every content, so I didn't even bother to get way more equipment. Currently you basically have 2 options to play this build. Either you are using the Ephemeral Edge Duskblade, which will be a lot of energy shield, but the damage is slightly worse than using our Energy Blade. If you are using Energy Blade, you can just swap out your weapon, and you can use another Abyss Jewel. The weapon you are using doesn't actually matter, because Energy Blade will replace your weapon. The only thing that will get converted, as you can see here, we still have our 2 green sockets and our Abyss Jewel. For the Abyss Jewel, we just tend to pick some intelligence, attack speed, and maximum energy shield. If we get another good modifier, that's really good. Otherwise, stick to this. As you can see in our part of building, if we go into Energy Blade, we will lose some effective hit pool, but we will get a lot of damage. We gain about 15 million DPS with Energy Blade, but we lose about half our effective hit pool, which is kinda meh. For most content it's still fine, we can survive most with this anyways. But for some content you want to disable Energy Blade and just play the normal Smite with the Ephemeral Edge Duskblade. For this video I'm going to showcase your map with Blight. We have a pretty decent map with more maps. We are using Blight Scarab of Invigoration, Influencing Scarab of Conversion, Blight Scarab of the Blight Arts, Cartography Scarab of Risk, and Cartography Scarab of Escalation. So we are actually dropping a lot of influenced maps. As you can tell, running this map was super easy. I am also going to showcase you one Uber Elder, which should be no problem at all. We are going in with Energy Blade. Alright, so basically the build is way better than before. We got an insane amount of tankiness, we deal incredible amounts of damage, with energy blade and without. We can choose if we want to be tankier or if we want to deal more damage, depending on the content we are currently doing. And for the end of the video, I prepared a little gamble, since I know people in Path of Exile love to gamble their currency away. So I decided to keep some items that I drop throughout the days and do them on video. We are going to start with the Voidborn Reliquary Key and the Decaying Reliquary Key. I prepared some prismatic jewels. We have our 85s over here. We have 286 and 287. We also have a Voices large cluster, 2 megalomaniacs and a split personality. And we are also going to open these 16 Baldur's puzzle boxes. So let's start with the prismatic jewels. Let's see if we get anything good. Breath Malevolence. So far nothing really good. Discipline and clarity. It's not as... Oh, okay, it's pretty bad actually. Clarity and haste. Probably also not really good. Yep. Double the lottery. It's still really bad actually. Okay, we didn't get... So basically we pretty much got robbed on our 85s. Let's see the Uber Elder ones. Precision, Celatry, and Discipline. Not sure if this could actually be worth something. 3 Divines. Pretty bad as well. We have Determination, Beauty of Fire, and Pride, which is also nothing good. And for our last 2 prismatic jewels, or 87s, Precision, Pride, Malevolence, Purity of Elements, Grace, and Hatred. Honestly, all of these watches were pretty bad. Yeah, that's a pretty big yikes. So let's see if we get a good megalomaniac. These are pretty hard to price, but usually most of the megalomaniacs are trash anyways. So we're going over to our split personality. Int armor is not really good. Int energy shield would have been pretty decent. And for the last identification, this is our large voice. I've never had anything below 5 passives, so if we do, this is pretty great. And obviously, we just hit a 7. Let's see if we get lucky on the Valdos. Spendors. Okay, actually we are getting robbed right now. You could be technically. Well kids, as you know, don't gamble. You will always lose money. I'm currently sitting at around 100 divines. We have pretty much accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish this league. Since I'm pretty much done with this league, I thought about selling all my gear and giving back to the community and making a little giveaway of about, I don't know, if everything's sold, we are looking at probably around 1.5 mirrors. I would choose like multiple people for the winnings. If that's something that you would like, leave a comment down below. Like this video, so maybe I'm going to do a big giveaway next video. I'm not quite sure. If there's any strategy or build I should make a guide on or a showcase, let me also know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching.